Hi guys, my name is Jada and this is the Small Girls Big World podcast, the one, the only, 10,000 views a day. Okay, here's my cast. So first we have on my right, Tiffany. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name is Tiffany Kumabe. I'm in my first year of nursing here at the U of M.
Period. Soraya here. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Yes, my name is Soraya Ikwe. I'm also a freshman here at the U. I'm majoring in political science, and the sport that I did in high school was track and field. I did it for 2 years.
I also did track and field in high school, just for 1 year though.
And we'll get into that a little bit deeper in here. But I'm also a freshman at the University of Minnesota. My major is criminology, and like them, I am a freshman. And my sport I did for 4 years, and I did competitive cheer and sideline cheer. All 4 years. So we're gonna get into our agenda. As you can see, we did our introduction, so that's a check. Next, we're gonna talk about a little bit of some stories about our sports experiences, which will follow back into some facts about my topic, which is related to health and physical and mental strains and good things that have happened in sports. I will show you some visuals, and then that's it. So let's get into the personal experiences. Who wants to start? Who wants to go first?
I can.
Tiffany, go right ahead.
Yeah, so like I said, I was in track and field for just 1 year of high school. I started in the sophomore year, and it was in the spring of that high school year. And I joined initially because I had been in high school, or I had been in middle school track, and I really enjoyed it. I did hurdles in middle school, so I decided to do hurdles again. And, going into it, I was really excited because all my friends were in track. In fact, Soraya was one of the people who I did track with at the time. So, yeah, and it was an amazing time to just bond with the people that I'd gotten to know over the year. And following COVID, it was a great time to just be outside with people that I knew. However, after a while, I started to realize the physical toll the sport was taking on me. And I kind of just decided to prioritize other things above sports, but I'm really grateful for the people that I met through that activity.
You did what many wish that they did. Specifically me.
Yes, you put yourself first.
Yeah. Soraya, you want to share a little bit about your sport?
Yes, so like Tiffany mentioned, we did track together in sophomore year of high school. And for me, I had just moved to our high school in sophomore year. So that was my first year meeting everyone and getting accustomed to the city and everything and the school. And around springtime, when the time was coming, there was a lot of hype around sports and everything. And people were like, so Soraya, what sport are you doing? Like, are you going to join track? And I was like, I don't run. Like, why would I join track and field? That is really not my style. But they were like, oh, come on. Like, there's so many different, what are they called? Categories?
Events.
Yes. Wow. So many different events. You'll find your thing. Just do it. Just try it. So I was like, okay, yeah, sure. And all my friends were doing it. So I was like, perfect. Like, this is a great time to bond, community, friends, whatever. So I did it, and it was fun. I did throwing. I did discus and shot put, and it was really fun. But there was a toll that it took on my life. It took a lot of time. Track was not like a 1-2 times a week type of thing. It was every day after school for 2 hours every day. And then by the time I was done, first of all, I was physically tired, and then I was just emotionally, mentally tired, and then I had to go and do homework and this and that, and it just became a lot. So sophomore year I did it, junior year I did it again, because for me also, another reason why I joined the sport in sophomore and junior year was because I thought it would look really great on college applications. So that was one thing. That's the reason why I stuck with it in junior year. I was like, okay, I need to show some dedication and show that I can stick with something. So I did, and I stuck with it, and it was good and it was fun. But by the end of junior year, I had my fill of track and field. I said I am done. So senior year, I did not continue. But that's my story.
Okay, just a little summary. There's a lot of common things we have when it comes to sports, especially with what good it does and what bad it does. And we will get into that a little later. But I will share my experience. So I was in cheer for all 4 years of my high school years. And I started in middle school, but I wasn't on the competitive team until freshman year, which was COVID year, which had its own personal stories in that. And everyone, I think, had not the best experience with sports when it came to COVID year. But yeah, after that, I was on sideline For all 4 years, I was captain my junior and senior year. And then for competition, I was also captain my senior year. So I was captain of both teams senior year, which was a lot that I was dealing with. But we were state winners my senior year. Took a lot to get there. A lot of tears, a lot of broken bones, a lot of stuff. And then let me think. I am a 2-time All-American girl. I was the only one on my team senior year to make All-State. And I'm on the wall in my high school with all those people that are All-State stuff. Yeah, that's me. But yeah, so I did that senior year. I won like a few awards for being on the team and doing other things in school senior year. So senior year was just like a lot of stuff had been like accomplished, but I would say like that was my hardest year of cheer because I think like the spotlight was on me in like the wrong ways. Like a lot of people like don't know. I was like, okay, I'm making a reference to Dance Moms. Okay, I was the Maddie on that team. Like I heard from like my mom, and this was after the season ended, that apparently all the moms of like the other girls were like, why is Jada always in the front? Jada gets everything. Why is she always front and center? Da, 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 da. Literally what happened I should have been on the show. There should have been a cheer moms. Like it would have been crazy. So I just had a lot of like backlash for always being in the front, even though like I never fell. I never fell. All these other girls are falling, and I'm in the air watching them fall. Thank you, because Sue had a higher heel stretch than me.
Okay.
So yeah, that was that. I'll show you a little bit of video about like another reason why I deserve to be in the front. But yeah, because I worked for that. I worked all 4 years. I started off my freshman and sophomore year being in like one stunt, and I was like just kind of in the corner and in the back because my old coach like did not believe in me. She had favorites, and so that was like really hard in the beginning, and that like did a lot to my mental state with like my confidence in myself, because like I really just didn't feel like enough until like this new coach gave me a chance. And I was really thankful because I obviously proved my senior year like what that gets you when you're given a chance. So yeah, that was really important for me, and I did a lot of firsts for the team, and that was really exciting. But yeah, there was definitely a lot of strains when it came to cheerleading, mentally and physically, that no one thinks about. And I'm gonna mainly be talking about competition cheer because sideline is nothing. That is what everyone thinks about, and it's nothing like that. Competition cheer is a lot. I think next is my visuals, which will help me explain a little bit more about my cheer stuff. So first video I will show you, this is during choreo week. This is the third day after choreo week, and what had happened to my legs from being thrown, dropped, grabbed, all the above. This is how my legs turned out. Hopefully you can see it. Can you see pretty well? Yeah, you can. So that was all the bruises on my legs from did all of it. And I had to walk outside like that because it was like, I don't know. I had to go to competitions like this for sure. I know that for sure. And like you could see like these big bruises, these small ones. And like I don't even remember getting hurt like that. But this was like my whole body for like all of cheer. Like I always had bruises on me. I had like a black eye at one time from getting like punched, and I had to keep going. That was not even a cheer. Like no matter how hurt you were, you had to keep going. And let me give you an example of what I mean by if you get hurt, you gotta keep going. This is a viewer discretion. It's a little bit, so be warned. This right here. Okay, so a little bit of context. We're at state. This is the year that we won though. Let me show you what a real cheerleader looks like. So this girl right here, pay attention to her right here. Okay, it's a little blurry, but you'll see. Okay. It was really quick. I'll replay it. It's down here, right there. Her ankle had twisted and she fractured it in the middle of our routine. And this was, okay, so to give you sequence in a cheer routine, there is 2 stunt sequences. Okay, so in our last one, I'll do this. There's opening sequence, jumps, and then there was the main sequence, pyramid 1, cheer, and then there was dance, and then pyramid 2. So there's 7 sequences. She did that on the second sequence. So she had 5 more sequences to do, and like literally she kept going.
Wow.
Cause there's also like if you don't keep going, then it's like why would you stop? Like what are you doing? literally no matter what injury you had to keep going. Like falling was the worst thing you can do to your mind because you would get so much backlash on it. I can show you this one also. So this one we're at Maple. I don't even know what school this is. It was like an hour away. It's called Maple something. It's
Maplewood?
not. Is it Maplewood? I don't know. It's maybe it's not even Maple. I don't know. But this school is like really small. It's like population all like 200.
Wow.
And so being front and center again, if I were to fall, the backlash I would get was crazy. So let me show you what a save looks like. This is why I deserve my spot. Oops. Okay, I'm in the middle. I tried so hard not to fall.
That was a great save.
Thank you.
Very
I
good.
tried really hard. I was like,
Shaking.
because another thing I would say about being a flyer, it's always your fault. No matter what it is. Like your base could have been on the other side of the room. It's your fault that they're on the other side of the room. It's so annoying. So I just knew as like my job that I always had to make sure I'm in the air. This choreographer from oh my god, he was horrible. He would make people cry. He made someone want to kill themselves. He and if you cried, I remember one time I cried because I literally bent my neck so bad on the mat, and he mocked my crying.
Wow.
And he literally was like, oh, and I was like,
wow.
I'm over here crying, and I'm like, oh my god,
I
I keep
would be
crying.
so angry.
I was so mad. And if you're mad at him, he's like, I don't know why you're mad at me. You did it.
Wow.
How am I supposed to catch myself?
Right.
Oh my god. But he was horrible.
Okay.
But yeah, I still had this is one of the stunts he made us do. I hated this stunt. It was so scary. No matter
That's
what.
very scary.
I had to make sure I was in the air. You could see they're like biting their lips because it's so much strain on our body. These choreography, so this was choreography week. Choreography week went on for 9 hours for 5 days in a row.
Wow.
Like it was horrible. And this is during the summer.
5 days in a row.
Yes,
Crazy.
and you would have to be on your A game every single day. It was horrible. You would get snack time, so you would get like grapes and fruit snacks after like 5 hours of work.
Grapes, how nutritious?
How nutritious! Yeah, give you some
That's
water.
crazy.
Oh yeah, and the water rule. There was a rule that you would only be able to get water if you hit a hole inside the thing. Nothing fell.
That
no
can't
wrong
be right.
motions.
That
Yeah,
there's
was
no
horrible.
way.
It was horrible.
Oh my goodness.
That was
Wow.
choreography. It's called choreography week. It's horrible. Okay, I'll show you another video. So this was like a stunt sequence, and basically like it went wrong, but I didn't get hurt. So this is just beginning. I didn't fall right here. It's a little bit later. It's right here. And my back. That's how it ended. And Melon. This is my co-ed partner. This is my Melly Belly. I love him. But he like got out of the way so quick so he didn't land on my back. But I was still like bent.
Look at the way you're bent.
I know.
That's like unnatural.
It was so
Wow.
crazy. But yeah, and I think here's another one. This is what can happen if a stunt goes wrong. But this is how like important it is to catch. Because if she didn't get caught, oh my god. So this is a basket. It's called a basket.
I've heard of these.
Yes, these are scary. She does them beautifully, but she messed up really bad here. You're so high in the air. You only have control of your body. I hate baskets with a passion. Baskets are so scary to me. I had a video in here of a basket, but I don't know where it went. But yeah. But here's what it sounds like. So this is gonna give you the like emotion of like how important it is to hit your stunt. Because this is what it can sound like if you hit everything. And it's like such a great feeling. And there's like a difference between like hearing this and hearing nothing. Okay, so it's so loud. You can just hear the crowd like get so much louder. It is beautiful, and I would say a room full of haters. That is literally the definition of a room full of haters. Everyone in there is there to see you fall.
Wow.
Literally, and it's like once you fall, you walk out of the gym and everyone's looking at you like, oh, poor thing. Some people will come to me like, you were so great, like don't even worry about it. This one time, we had beef with Anoka because they were so annoying. Actually, I'll tell you about Brainerd. They had beat us at state. And they were like, come on guys, like let's get a picture, come on. And she's like, everyone hope you're ones and twos. I literally was ready to.
Oh.
I was ready to
Wow.
Yeah, that's
so
crazy.
bad.
That's crazy.
But yeah. Okay, so any thoughts or feelings about the cheer videos that you saw?
For one, wow. People do not give cheerleaders the credit you
Thank
guys
you.
deserve.
Thank you.
That is amazing, the work you guys are doing. I am fully impressed. Oh my goodness.
Thank you.
You know, your choreographer week sounded a lot like the first week of track.
Oh,
And I was trying to make the connection, but there is no connection for me.
No.
What you guys go through? Oh
No.
my goodness.
Oh my gosh.
Sounds awful.
Mhm.
But props to you guys.
Actually, explain what was the first week of track like? Because I've heard a lot about this.
Yes. They call the first week of track Hell Week.
That's what they call it.
I heard about that.
Yes, everyone who is doing track, regardless if you're in field, if you're gonna do the hurdling events, running, anything, whatever you're doing, everyone is running 24/7. All you do is run. All you do, you just run and run.
Run,
and
you run, and then once you think you're running some more.
It's very challenging.
and
Yes.
oh my God.
They got you running up hills and
Everywhere.
if they can find a space for you to run, you're running.
Goodness.
Sometimes we get excited because you'd be like, oh my goodness, it's raining so much. We have no track today.
They'll have us out in the rain running. That's crazy.
Didn't have you run in the snow one time?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
I think they did.
They do it.
In cold weather,
Yes.
hot weather.
You know what they'll
it
do?
doesn't matter.
You can't wear your jacket. How are you gonna go fast if you're not wearing your jacket?
Oh,
Gotta take it
really?
off. Yep, they say you're gonna wear yourself out.
No. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Yes.
Well,
Well, my opinions about the videos that you showed, first of all, like Tiffany said, really just very impressed. It's people do not give cheerleaders enough credit, especially competition cheerleaders,
Yes.
for what they have to go through.
Mhm.
The choreographer, 5 days in a row of 9-hour days, like that's a full-time job. First of all, a full-time
It
job,
is.
and it's like physically taxing, and from the sounds of it, mentally taxing as well. So I'm just so, and also like, I just can't believe that this is like the stuff that you had to endure. Like people think that cheerleading is all sunshine and rainbows. Like, popular girl me.
Yes.
Look at
Like,
me with my skirt. And no, there's a lot that goes into it.
Oh my
word.
Yes. And then the fact that you just have to go to school. Like you just go to school the next day. Like some of those choreography weeks. I remember one time it was from like 3 to like 9:30 p.m. And it was right after school. And you still had homework to do. You still had everything to do. You still had to go to school the next day. And like that was that. Like you're fine. You're a cheerleader. Do it. And it was like just so bad. The mental and physical drain. Like it's unimaginable. Like I said, some girl had to the point where she like wanted to kill herself. They wanted to sue the coaches. The coaches would literally go up there and be like, get ready to cry. And they're like, if he makes you cry, just keep going. If you're hurt, just keep going.
And
like
see, that is not acceptable.
it's not
Not
like
at all.
At all.
it's like you're not human. Like you don't get to. You're not a kid. First of all, we're all kids on that team. We're still high school. None of us are 18. Probably 18, but you're still a kid. You're still. It was so bad. The mental strain you had to go. As you can see, she hurt her ankle. She knew she had to keep going. Our choreographer was at state that day too, so she knew she had to keep going.
Who was that? Was that the Meyer?
That hurt her ankle.
Yeah.
That was Leah.
Oh,
Leah Hirschman. No, that was not Maya. But yeah, that brings me into the facts about what I found when it came to a lot of this physical and mental stuff. These two can sit back and relax and listen to these facts. And then they can actually probably relate to themselves because a lot of us, I'm sure, can relate to these. So a fact that I found by Chapa et al., it was a whole bunch of researchers in 2022. They said that athletes follow intensive training schedules and endure internal pressures from self as well as external pressures to maintain a specific weight or shape for purposes of maximizing sport performance or meeting sport-based aesthetic ideals. I will say this for sure: cheerleading, when you're a top girl, which is a flyer, you don't want to gain weight. You don't want to. The comments that you hear, like I always heard, like people would be scared to pick me up because I look like I weigh a lot because I have a lot of leg. Like they'd be scared. They'd be like, "Oh my, like you're a flyer." I remember someone asked me, they're like, "You're a flyer?" I said, "Yeah, the best one out there. Thank you very much."
Yes.
So where's your medal?
Where's your medal?
But yeah, and so you don't want to gain weight. It's also you work so much, your body like you lose more weight than you gain. You gain a lot of muscle and stuff, but like you'll honestly like lose a lot of weight for cheer. But yeah, and so another fact that I found by Ether 2023, he said that participation in sport has shown to positively impact mental and social health status with a previous cinematic review by Emmy et al. She indicated that sports participation was associated with lower levels of perceived stress and improved vitality, social functioning, mental health, and life satisfaction. I will say sports can do some good things to you. I feel like doing a sport, like I miss it. I low-key do miss it. Even though there's so much bad things in it, you miss like what it does for you. It does, like, I liked being fit. I liked knowing that I still have like, I'm not just like being a couch potato. Like if I were to gain weight one day, like it's so scary because it's like I haven't been able to gain weight because I'm constantly doing something physical. And like while that's like a good thing, it's like if you think about it, it's underminingly like bad. Because like it's scary to gain weight when you know that you've like you've maintained your weight for so long. Anything to add about like what good this can do, being in sports can do?
Yeah, I mean, I would just revert back to the point we said before, where you make a lot of connections with the people on your teams if you're doing something like that. I'm sure the people on your team were really there to support you getting through all of those challenges, especially with those coaches.
Yes, literally.
Yeah. And then, yeah, same for me. The connections that I made, the social relationships that I built, they were very, very helpful. They were actually friendships that lasted till this day, so I'm very grateful for that. But then also, yeah, there's a lot of like physical benefits that I noticed with joining track as well. Because previously I wasn't very like consistently active, and so the running every day, the workouts, the lifting, this and that, like it would show, you know. Like, I definitely developed some abs. Like,
and it makes you feel good.
It makes you feel good because you know you see the results coming in. But yeah.
What time are we at?
21 minutes. I was gonna say something at 12 minutes, but
oh my gosh!
It was 12 minutes. We were still watching the videos. I was like,
So
oh.
sorry, teacher, professor. I get a good grade. Okay, I'll just do quick then, so you don't have to grade too much. Okay. This one's important too. Athletes competing in aesthetic/lean sports may be more susceptible to eating disorders, psychopathology compared to non-aesthetic/non-lean sports due to the perception that weight/shape significantly alters performance in sports. Again, that's very true. I think it's extremely true. We had someone on our team. We have had 2 people since the years I've been on there that have had eating disorders. They don't care. They literally don't care. As long as you're at practice, like that's it. That's all you need. And so like obviously the eating disorders just got worse, especially when you're on cheer. This another one by Brown found a lot of anxiety matched to age when it came to sports, which I think is very true. The later, like I feel like honestly my anxiety levels grew the more I was in the sport. Like when I first started, you're having fun, but when you keep going, you're dedicated. So then it's like so much more pressure. A lot of things I also found were that like by Pluhar et al. Being on a team encourages fitness and allows young people to develop important mental and social skills. Like my guests were saying, social skills are out through the roof when you're on a sport, especially I can say for cheer. Like all you're doing is being sociable. That is your job, is to be sociable. So I think that that's another thing. We have more about Pluhar and all that. Here's some more facts, but I am out of time. So sorry, guys. But thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for my guests. I love you guys so much.
Thank you for having me.
They are the best. And they're doing this without getting paid. So they're the best. But yeah, of course. Here's my references. And again, yeah, thank you. So sorry for the long video. But I really hope that you enjoyed because we sure did. So bye.